So how do you use equity in your own home to fund your next property project? Now, you might be sat there literally right now looking for funds to do your next deal. You might be hoping to find a flip project that's going to give you that next massive pot of profit, and you just can't fund it. One of the best ways to do it, one of the easiest ways to do it, is leveraging money in your own home, because technically, if you've got a significant amount of equity, you could refinance that property, pull that money out, and that could fund your next project. Now, of course, that might sound crazy. You might be thinking, well, I've just taken all this time to pay my mortgage off. The last thing I want to do is add to my mortgage right now. I want to get rid of my overheads, get rid of my expenses. And one way of doing that is paying that mortgage off, which is not wrong, by the way. That's not silly by any means to think about that or think about things in that way. But here's the thing. There is an opportunity cost through paying off your mortgage. So if, for instance, rather than pay the mortgage off, you actually refinance property, and let's say you borrowed that money at 5%, that extra money that you could refinance that property, you're paying at 5%. Well, if you are doing deals like I would recommend, where you're generating profits of around 20% return on investment from property flips that you're doing, then you're winning in life. You're getting 20% back. Yes, you're borrowing 5, but your 20% profit more than pays for that. You're definitely in a better position. That extra cash can then be utilized for the next deal, and you can build that pot of capital over time. So quite simply, you're borrowing at 5 and you're making 20. Makes sense. But here's the thing. If you're doing a flip well, a well-executed flip in the way that I would suggest, so you're in and out of your property deal in around about 6 months, if it's going well, then that allows you actually to do 2 deals a year with the same amount of capital that you've invested in deal number 1. So what that means is you've essentially turned 20% return investment into 40. Now, I don't know many businesses or many ways or you can make 40% return investment. Of course, that's if you find 2 deals in a year in a certain time frame. There's a few variables there, but it's absolutely possible. I've been in a situation where I've been running 5 deals at once, all at the same time. So if I can do that, it's absolutely possible for you to do 2 next year. And if you did utilize money in your own home, you might find yourself a lot better off by building up that capital pot and allowing you to move forward in your property journey. Now, of course, before you do anything like that, you can't just jump into it. You're borrowing more money at the end of the day. There's certain factors to consider. There's risk involved. You've got to make sure you find the right deals before you jump in and do it. But it's something to think about, something to consider. If you've got money in your own home that you can utilize, that could fund that next deal for you, and it could make massive life-changing wealth if you're doing a well-executed buy, refurbish and sell project, which is what I spend a lot of my time doing. So something to think about. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If so, take the time to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and you'll see me in the next one.